welcome back to my channel. My name is Kirsten, and today I'm going to be talking about skincare and getting glowing glass skin. I'm working on trying to clear up some hyperpigmentation, and I want to show you all the products that I'm using and kind of a history of what I've been dealing with acne and how I'm working to achieve that glowing glass skin just popping. Let me know if y'all like content like this. I do love skincare. It's something that I've been really getting into. I just want to let y'all know this is my skin. I do have on some concealer, a little bit of mascara, and I did shape my brows, but other than that, I don't have on any makeup on my, I don't have any foundation on. So you can see some of my scarring down here. I do have some texture concerns that I'm trying to work out. Some post-hyperpigmentation there, a little bit of hyperpigmentation there on my cheeks, a little bit around my mouth. I do think I'm starting to get a mustache. I think it's gonna be time for me to start waxing or shaving or something for that. But, so that's my skin now. So I wanna walk y'all through a history of my skin. So I'm gonna show y'all some pictures. Let me pull up some. Okay, so this is a photo of my skin. It was 2016, so this was after. This photo here was after I graduated college, and while it wasn't like a whole lot of active acne, it did have some, I did have some hyperpigmentation and texture things that I was trying to work on. I wasn't really working on it, I didn't really know much, but that was some of my concerns. And then, okay, so this is a photo I do have on makeup here. This is from 2016. The texture was getting really good, and I did love that. Yeah, it was mostly just, I didn't really have active acne because I was on birth control. So then, so I was actually on birth control. I was on Nexplanon, the birth control implant that they put into your arm. And around 2017 was when it was getting close to time for me to come off of it. So it was time for it to get taken out of my arm. And during this time, my skin really started to explode because those hormones were just going crazy. This is a photo. You can start to see some of the acne like kind of appearing on my forehead. And then I distinctly remember this day just like pissed, because I was like, what is going on? What am I doing? What is happening? It was getting rough. You could see a lot of the scarring, a lot of just little bumps, and I could start to feel how I could feel it erupting, like you could feel it before it came out. I actually decided to come back home, and I remember when I came home, skin went crazy, just like that. And these were painful, cystic, deep, like those ones that like throbbed, and it was hard. So around this time, I actually went completely vegan, and I thought that would help my skin. And it did to some extent, but it didn't really do much. I would drink a lot of water, I would go vegan, I was working out, all of that. And you could see like the deep, heavy ones that would really affect my self-confidence. I didn't really have any self-esteem. I didn't really want to go anywhere or do anything because my face hurt. And I didn't even want anyone to see me like that, because when you have acne like that, people feel the need to approach you and help you. Although you don't ask for the assistance or the help or the guidance, they feel like they can approach you and help you out by giving you unsolicited advice about how you can fix your face. Ma'am, I wake up to this face every day. I know what it looks like, okay? So this is another photo of just like super, super inflamed. It hurt so bad. And I would take photos and videos to document it, and it was bad. Ooh. Looking at these, and I would try to smile. I would still try to just not let it affect me. And I did a lot of internal work and trying to think about who I was outside of my face, because it was hard. Because especially the ones that I would get around my hairline and around the lips. Ugh. So those are pretty bad. What's another one? Oh, these were hard. Ugh. And I did a lot of natural remedies. I would try like tea tree stuff and everything. I used the acne.org benzoyl peroxide. I don't know if I tried Proactive, because when I was younger I tried Proactive. But let's see. Ooh. This is another one. I was just like, what in the world is happening? It was crazy. It was rough. It was real rough. And this was months. Like, it wasn't. So I then decided, after talking with my mom convinced me to go to a dermatologist. in December of that year, and I was kind of against it because I was like, well, I can figure it out myself, and there's nothing they're gonna do to help me, and just stubborn because I needed some help. But here's another one. Oh, it's, I can just see those ones and they hurt so bad. Because I was taking photos to document whether things got better or not, depending on what I was using. I mean, but I tried everything. Over everything that you could get at a drugstore. Let's just show this one because everything would just be. It was like back to back to back to back to back. So in December of that year, I did go to a dermatologist. So this is November, and I started using tretinoin, clindamycin, and a benzoyl peroxide face wash. And this is when things started to get better. It was November, not December yet, November. And things did start to get better, but you can see from all of the inflammation and all of the ones that did come out, how there was like scarring, pretty intense scarring. So this is all photos of that. Oh, it was rough. It was really rough. So then I did move to Denver, and I felt like the air there, because it was drier and not so humid, my skin did get better. These are some pictures I had on me that you could see the scarring got a lot better, but also the active acne did not, it was not there. I was pretty consistent with my skincare, and I started implementing vitamin C to help kind of brighten my skin. Let's see, another one. There was one picture I remember distinctly, and I was like, wow. Oh, this one. I was so thrilled with how far I had come in my skin, how it kind of brightened up and it wasn't so dull and pigmented. I mean, you can see it in that hula smile how happy I was. Yeah, it was good. I really was impressed by the progress of just being consistent. And anything with skincare, I learned like you really do have to be consistent, and you know, dermatologists will tell you this, but it really does take about 6 weeks for you to see any significant improvement, and it even takes even longer to really see some of those dark marks lighten up and get better and brighter. And you know, it's a whole journey. And then I do want to show y'all when I did get pregnant. Obviously you can't be on birth control, and it was not fun for me. My face just felt like full of just liquid. It just felt big. And so this is a picture. I mean, I don't have any active acne, but I look pretty crazy, not gonna lie. But it was just, I think it was more after. So after I had birth, so that was like 2017, 2018, and then I got pregnant in 2018 and had my son in 2019. So my skin was okay for a while, and then I got off birth control, got pregnant, and then after I had my son, my skin was pretty rough. These are some photos of my skin afterwards. It wasn't like the deep, painful pimples, but they were pretty intense, and I think a lot of it is attributed to birth control. So one of the ways, if you're dealing with a lot of acne, is to get on birth control. And because the way it works with your hormones, you know, it helps to kind of improve acne. But these are some photos of when after I gave birth. So it wasn't like a whole lot of active acne, but the ones that I got, it was just, oof. Just post-pregnancy. Late 2020, I got back on birth control, and that helped a lot. I'll be honest, that helped a lot with just not producing those deep, painful around that cycle time acne bumps. So that was nice. But I think, you know, as you learn to, so this is my skin now. I'll show y'all some videos of my skin now. So this is my skin in January of this year. It's a lot of those like little ones that I can feel like they're about to erupt, but there's a lot of those. But for the most part, it was really getting better. The birth control, once it started to really work. And then I did get the implant back in my arm, and that's been helping a lot. But some of the things you really, in order to get really great skin, or if you've had a history of acne, you really have to be consistent and find out what triggers your skin. not what triggers somebody else's skin. Like really think about, you know, what you're putting into your body and what products you're using, and because there's so many different things and so many different factors to it. For me, I learned that dairy and sugar in this face don't work. It's the dairy and sugar like just aggravate and irritate and make my skin mad. So I have to moderate my use of dairy and too much sugar. But I mean, sometimes it's just want a Twizzler, and that's what we get.